Hello, hello, hello everyone, and welcome to Stamp with Shel. My name is Shel Anderson, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Today we are going to be having a play with the Sweet Bugs bundle. This is a super cute bundle. The paper is gorgeous, the stamps are gorgeous, I just love it. Can't help but put a smile on your face. All right, our card is going to be pretty simple today, but I'm sure that you are going to love it. I have chosen this DSP, has the flowers and the leaves and the little bumblebees. I thought that was cute. So we are going to put this right on the front of our card. Like so. Just trying to center that and have equal borders. Something like that. Now, for the inside of my card, I have two little pieces this time. I'm just going to use up some scraps so that I'm not cutting into new paper. What do you think of that? Would you put small message panels on the inside of your cards, or do you always put full size? This time, we're going to go like so. And I just realized that I did purple on purple, but that's okay. Actually, maybe I can go up another one and make that pop a little bit. Let me see. Just bear with me a second. I'm going to take that out of the camera view for a minute. And I want to see what size this layer is. I think it's this one. Yes, it is. So that's layer 8. So if I went to layer 6, let me have a look. Yep. Layer 6 is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. I'll show you these in a minute as soon as I get this layer cut. For those of you who don't know what those are, 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. So there's 3 1/2. And what length are we? I need to take off 1 1/4 inches. 1 1/4 inches. That doesn't look right to me. I'm going to glue this on, and I will cut off the excess. There we go. Now, let's just eyeball this. There we go. Now that layer is going to pop. We'll get some glue on here and bring our card base back in. There we go. That pops a little better, doesn't it? All right, that's the inside of our card. I'll set that aside and I'll bring these templates back in. What these are, hang on till I get them in order. I think that's it. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have these templates that I made out of just different colors of cardstock. One is for metric sizes and one is for imperial sizes. And what these are, I have an actual card base. That's just our standard card base. And then if I wanted it to be a layer on the front of that, I could go like that. I also have the vertical card base. And then that's 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. This is 5 1/4 by 4. 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. That would cover the entire front. All right, layer 3 would go here. 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. Layer 4. You see how these go? So these templates are just the different layers. So when I'm designing a card, I will take my card base and I'll put it down and I'll say, okay, I want my first layer to be that size, and I want my second layer to be that size, right? And maybe I want a DSP layer. So this would just be my DSP layer, and then these would be my next layers. Or if I didn't want them that big, I could go down to this size layers. And basically what this tool does, it just allows me to lay out my card as I'm designing it. That's all it is. Just different colors of cardstock in different sizes so that I can lay out my cards. And I have these on my craft desk all the time. All right, so there's no confusion as to what that little tool was that I brought in at the last possible moment. All right, back to our card. So we have a really pretty inside. I see there's a little smudge of glue there on the black. We'll take care of that. There we go. Now this is my matte layer and my focal image. On my focal image, I am going to bring in some, what color? I think I'm going to bring in, because I've got greens and reds and whites and creams and purples. I think I'm going to bring in, I'll show you my little critter. This is the way I'm going to lay out my focal image. I think that it should have a little something, and I thought I would sponge something on there. I think I'm going to go with Pool Party. I think I'm going to go with Pool Party just to keep it kind of neutral. It's very light blue. And I'm going to tap that off and just slowly add more pressure, just so that little guy has something to land on. See what I'm going for here? So we'll pick up a little bit more ink, and I'm going to go up a little higher, like so. And I think that's going to be good enough. Good enough. Now, let me get a cloth, and we'll clean up our little mess here, or I will have it all over everything. All right, so now we are going to stamp on here, and I have chosen the greeting that says, "Love you lots." So we're just going to mount that on our block and get it inked up. And I'm just going to bring in a Post-it note here, and we're going to do a couple of test stamps. because we're stamping right on our focal image, so this is a one-shot deal. Cross your fingers. Bango! Very good. I'm happy with that. All right. Now we can layer this focal image onto our matte layer. Like so. There, like that. And then this little guy is just going to go here. But I'm thinking we could have a little ribbon or something down here. Let me see what I have. I have a piece of baker's twine that I colored from another project that I think is going to work beautifully. I just colored that with some Stampin' Blend markers on the twine. So let's see what I can do. Where's my tweezers? I don't have enough fingers. So I'm going to put my tweezers right on that knot and let them be another set of fingers. And then when I'm close, pull the tweezers out and tighten it up. There we go. Now, let's see if I can tie a bow. Somebody told me many moons ago that if you want the tails of your bow and the loops of your bow to be in the right position, to tie it upside down in the direction that you want it to go. So let's see if that's, oh, that's short. See if I can get it. Oh, that did not work. Let's try that again. Did not work. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to, scissors, I need scissors. I'm just going to snip it a little shorter than that. There we go. And I'm just going to have the little knot like so. All right, now our little inchworm, or whatever he's supposed to be. Let's get some mini dimensionals and we will pop him up. So he's right up there and in our face. And because this is just DSP, I'm going to be overly generous with the mini dimensionals because I want it well supported. And I just used the die, this die that comes in the die set, to cut him out. So there are some images in the DSP that you can cut out with the dies and don't have to fussy cut. All right. There's the tweezers, and where is my pick tool? There it is. Let's get all these little paper backings off. Sorry if you hear little barks in the background. My puppies are playing, and in typical fashion, they're being loud. Oops, I pulled the dimensional right off. There we go. 3 more. Come on. 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right, so this little guy, we're just going to land right in the center. How cute is that? All right, now I'm going to grab some larger dimensionals, and we're down to the bones, so I'm going to cut these up. I like to use every bit of my dimensionals. There we go. And we're just going to, I put one on that baker's twine. Oh, look at that. Put that big one up there. There we go. Now let's get these backings off. And one more. There we go. All right. Now this one I'm just going to pop right in the center, like so. A little up, a little high, I think. Hold the card up for just a second. There we go. All right, now we need some embellishments. Let's see what we can find. I have loads of embellishments. I don't know what I want. Let's see. No. Actually, I have these little bumblebee trinkets. Those would be cute on there. And I have these little dragonflies and birds. Those would be cute on there. Let's have a look at those so I don't have to dig anymore. I think I like those little dragonflies. Let's pull one off. I can put one right there. I can put one right there. And I always struggle with placement. One right there. And I think maybe I'll put a couple on the inside too, because there's nothing on the inside at all. Oh, we've got a bird attached to a dragonfly. Get over there where you belong. There we go. Here I am again struggling. There we go. I'm just going to put a couple on the inside. All right, that, my friends, is our Cute as a Bug, or no, I guess it's called Sweet Bugs card. And I'm going to be featuring this bundle all week. So you can come back tomorrow and you will see another sample using these products. All right, have a good day. Bye-bye.